Whoa, can I help you?
Potato Man.
Where the hell have you been?
Wars have been known to last years, decades, and even centuries. Few wars, however, can count their time in minutes. If one were to watch all of my brief history videos up until this point, the war would have started and ended during that time. This was the Anglo-Zanzibar War. The Anglo-Zanzibar War started on the 27th of August, 1896 at 9:02 a.m. It would end on the 27th of August, 1896 at 9:40 a.m. This made it the shortest war in history. The war started after the death of Sultan Hamid bin Thuwaini of the Zanzibar Sultanate on the 25th of August that same year. He was favourable to the British, unlike his immediate successor, Sultan Khalid bin Bargash. The British would have much preferred another pro-British sultan on the throne of Zanzibar, specifically Hamoud bin Muhammad. The British, for lack of a better term, legitimised the conflict by referring to a treaty signed in 1886 that stated that any future sultans of Zanzibar had to obtain permission from the British consulate before ascending to the throne. Since Khalid had failed to do so, the British sent an ultimatum demanding that he order his forces to stand down and to leave the palace. Khalid refused, gathered his palace guard, and waited. By 9 a.m, the British had amassed a small fleet just out of range of the palace with a combined British and pro-British Zanzibari force of a little more than 1,000 soldiers and sailors. Sultan Khalid had gathered approximately 2,800 troops, most of which were recruited from the local populace, but also included his palace guard and some palace servants and slaves. Both sides had artillery and ships, but the British guns were better, and the British were famed for their naval warfare. War was officially declared, and bombardment started immediately at 9:02 a.m. The Zanzibar artillery was destroyed, and all the Zanzibar ships were sunk. The war ended when the flag on the palace was taken down, and combat ceased at 9:40 a.m. Sultan Khalid's forces lost 500 men, while the British only suffered one wounded casualty. Khalid fled to German East Africa, where he received asylum. He would never return to Zanzibar. Hamoud was made sultan, but he was very clearly the head of a puppet state controlled by the strings of the British Empire, otherwise known as a protectorate. It would not be independent again until 1963, and even then would only exist for a year before merging with Tanzania.